Hello everyone and welcome. I don't really know how to start, so I'm just going to just jibber jabber as always. Well, it's been a while. I've been thinking about what to say, so it's been a while. A few days since I made the video with raising the uh, water tank up there. I'm still a little bit pissed about water, but right now we have full running water from that reserve whenever we need it, and we get a few hours of water every day. It's not ideal, but we understand that it's a drought, and we can ration water. Basically, we can put some water aside and use it the entire day. And I'm working on another system to solve that, the pressure of the water as well. But I realized that my update schedule and my work schedule is all out of whack. Even though I had, I still have some of those 2 weeks of leave from work, and I'm using it to do stuff around the house. It has been quite hectic around here because we went from fixing one issue to another. But I want to take this moment to finally update you on everything that has been done and show you how everything around here, what progress has been made. All right, I'm just gonna flip the camera and keep talking and take you on a tour of the property. Okay, so starting from the very front, first up, all of the grass has been mown, and I now have a trimmer, and I can easily do it. I'm not going this in chronological order in which we did them because that's really hard for me to do, and it will imply me going all over the place. But as you can see, the grass has been all mown, and now that I have my own trimmer, I can keep it down because the weeds that grow here are especially tough, and you need a really big metal blade to cut them. And I don't have that. My father-in-law has that on the big trimmer. Right, nothing much around the gate. This is where the kids pool was. My parents bought us a kids pool because it was really hot out these days, and we had these. But right now it's a very chill morning because we had a storm last night. You can see some of the periphery. I had to actually gather up the pool and take it down and fold it. That is the tarp that we used to cover the pool. I will bring it back out once the weather is clear and nice. All right, another major update is that I now have rain gutters as well as drains for all of my roof, even the front and the back, and that it's all been not temporarily but permanently fixed right to the wall with clamps and everything, and that everything drains where I want it into the drain on the road right there. All right, I think we cannibalize some of the parts from the stepper so that we don't step in the mud, and so I just placed these stones around here. I think we cannibalized it to make some of the scaffolding, and then we used all those parts to make the water tank support. What's been going on around here? Not much, other than I added the outlets for the outside, so I no longer have to pull up a extension cord through my windows or leave the doors open or anything like that. So now I have 3 plugs, one here going up over there, one over there, and one over there. I've bought a hammock. It's really good after a few hours of work to just stay there and rest. My wife has visually upgraded and cleaned her garden a little bit. It looks absolutely awesome. At some point in time, we're going to pave these alleyways with some stones, and it's going to look absolutely amazing. We installed floodlights. I don't know if I mentioned this. They turn on at night. They're solar powered. Going into the basement, we did some work over here. All the cables, except these ones, all the cables have been mounted to the walls with clamps. Okay. Except the ones on the ceiling, I'm still working on that, but we'll see. And because we have the water shutting off and we don't want to give our stored water away, this is a valve that is one direction, so water can flow through it upwards but never downwards. And I changed this rig over here. It looks much more sleek now. I changed a few bits and I have mounted it to the wall. Like I said, everything is mounted over here, but because I added that valve and I couldn't drain the system because of that valve, I had to move the system drain for the winter over here. So this is just another faucet that can easily drain the system. Other than that, no, not many changes have been done to the pipes, other than, of course, fixing them to the walls. Alright, back outside a little bit. And let's have another look at the tank. That one has been built from scratch. It's been in the last video and has been updated, so there's that. And other than that, I don't think I did much else, but that is still quite a lot. Let's go have a look-see back inside and see if I've done else. Oh yes, I've cleaned up a little bit around here. I know it doesn't look like it. This is still a construction site, but here there used to be some leftover shingles, metal roofing that were left over. So we just put it here, not necessarily because we want to protect them from the elements, but rather we needed the space in the yard, so when we leveled the yard, and they never got moved back. So yeah, right now, again, the pool is temporary over there while the weather gets better. Cleaned a little bit about the rooms downstairs. My shop is looking as tidy as I could make it. And that's it for downstairs. Let's go over to the panel. My father and I helped me out half a day and we sorted this one out a little bit better, cleaned a few bits and bobs over here. But again, this one is temporary, just so that I have power everywhere. And the next steps that are coming, I'm going to ground this as well as start working on all of the separate circuits that are coming in. Alright, I'm gonna go upstairs now, and I'm also going to pause you a little bit so I take care of a little thing. Okay, we sorted out these few rooms. I think I did something in the bathroom. I got this one connected, and this is the support for the construction lights. Actually, my son mounted this. I told him how to do it so that we can have some lights in the bathroom. But right now, the construction lights are being charged. All right, up on the terrace, did we do anything? No, I don't think so. Everything has been gathered up, including the cushions on the swing, because we had a storm last night. I mentioned that everything was flopping about. All right, time to go into the tower and show you what's going to be done today. Going up. Oh yeah, I changed my stairs and I upgraded them so that you can more easily climb them. Here are the floodlights being charged. All right, back into my little tower with my office, everything set up. I added webbing nets, insect nets to the windows. I know these are really fluffy. They're like the cheapest ones we could find, and they're designed to allow me to open up all the windows And of course, I bought some shades because it's absolutely necessary here in the morning, and I can't really get them to stick without bolting them. One of them already fell. Here's the sleeping cat. She came here with us for the past week and a half, and she's dog tired. Right, so as you can see, I haven't gone because I only use double-sided tape, and they tend to fall off this. They don't really stick very well. I'm gonna keep sticking it. It's better than what they came with, but I need to find a better tape because I don't want to drill into the window frames. All right, there are a few new changes that I don't think that have been shown yet. There are some markings on the wall right now. These are for the light switches and power outlets that are coming, and that's what I'm going to be doing today in my office and in the attic. I will be cabling these and hooking them up into the mains. Maybe not hooking them up, but at least putting them in place. All right, now I'm just gonna sit you down and take a short break before I get started and get everything ready and mounting my shade so that it's in place. All right, see you in a few. Okay, so despite being indoor, you are right next to a window, so if there is some background noise, I do apologize. Hopefully it will come out editing or not. This is one thing for me. I almost got everything set up. I'm gonna pause and get everything ready. Okay, I'm officially ready to start working. First thing, I want to get the get the attic sorted out, and in order for me to do that, I want to start from the very ends all the way to the main switchboard. Why I want to do that is switchboard, main power board. I don't know. You get the safety board, the safety. Right. This is the way I can understand the scheme, and because I have a scheme designed by a special electrician project guy. I don't know how to call it, engineer, but it doesn't have all the pathways how you're supposed to do the actual wiring. It's made it in the idea that an electrician can figure this out thing easily. But my job is not an actual electrician. I can just do the basic ones. The really complex ones, like the lights that I want to be activated from like 2 separate locations, I'm actually going to ask for help with those because they're a bit above my skill level. So right now I want to get a measurement of how much Copex I need to use to get to from the switch, which is going to be on this side, over there somewhere. I don't know, it's right now it's on frame. Let's see if we can. Alright, so now it is from right over there. Right over there. Inside the attic, which is through that. So that's what I'm going to do. Measure the Copex. I don't use a ruler especially for this because it's pointless. I can just use this and screw it out everywhere I need. Oh, mother. You ever hit your head so hard it hurts your teeth? Okay, now I have my length of wire set up. Normally I would put 3 cables through this, but since it's lights, I only need to do 2. So that's actually going to make it a lot easier. Previously, you saw me batter my way through just pushing the copper wiring through the Copex 2, but since then I've upgraded to an actual tool designed for this. First, you put the tool and you make the tool go all the way through the Copex, and then it will drag the copper wiring through this out on the other side. Well, this would have been much easier as a 2-person job. Unfortunately, I'm all alone today with only my kids, and I don't really ask them to hold this because it's really hard. I'll see whether or not this is actually doable as a single person. If I need 2 people, then I guess I'll just, have to people I can get to help me out. I can't wait for the day that this house will be completely finished and I don't have to stop and do anything, especially when I decide to start a certain task and then I have to stop midway because something else broke and something else needs fixed. I had to stop right now for like half an hour just to fix a leaky toilet. Yeah, not fun. And now it's time to see if I can do a 1-person job, 2-person job, all by myself. Yeah. All the other than the ones that you already saw me do, all the other wiring I did, like on the downstairs terrace. I had the help of my dad because he came by and helped out. Now I really need to do this by myself and see how well I do this. apparently all I need is somebody to just hold it straight and I can pull on it. So the kids can do it. That's a relief. All they have to do is just hold the wire and I do all the pulling. There's no effort for them. I'm surprised how easy it was, honestly, once it was straight. But then again, I'm only using 2 wires. Previously we used 3 and it was somewhat more difficult. this one is a really short piece. I really hope that I don't need to use the tool. It should go smoothly. There are only 2 wires. Hopefully this will be just fine. I will straighten out my wires and it should be fine. Famous last words. Ah, ha, ha. Woohoo! Yeah, nice. This did work out very well. On short distances, the tool is not even needed. Yay! Walk. Alright. And now I've been putting it off as much as I had, as much as I could. Now it's time to get the tool out and start carving the walls. Doing this makes a lot of dust. But I'm thinking I want to show you guys how I do one, and then I'm gonna cut it, keep it real short, and you're not gonna hear from me for a few months because I have to do this all over the house and it's gonna get real dusty, and I don't want to subject my phone to that because it's not rated for anything this drastic. Right, I'm gonna finish that, but I need to use the handle because it vibrates too much in my hands. So yeah. Once the groove has been cut with like up and down, then I have to chisel it out so that the compact can fit through it. Fortunately, the chiseling out part is not as difficult as doing it from scratch when you cut out the edges. It's quite easy actually. Done. Let me show you what I'm gonna do with that groove and this wire. This wire is gonna go here. This little guy. And here's gonna be another switch, which will be for the lights over here. But this, and from here the main power is gonna come. So this needs to go over here and to draw power from it. Okay, first thing's mounted. And now it's time for a break. This is gonna be a really long process. I'm about to do the first quality test control. Please open the door. You need to come all the way up.
Turn on the light. not
Please
off.
turn on the light. I said, sit down, sit down.
Yay! Perfect.
She's happy.
Yay!
Okay, so the first quality control test is done. As you saw, my wife is happy with what I managed to achieve in like half a day. I am not really happy with how quickly the process is going, but again, this is a new task for me. Despite what I've already done, I really want to take my time with these and get them as close to finishing as possible. But it's not. I was hoping like by half a day I would be done with the entire thing, but that's just me being optimistic, and it's totally not realistic. All right, back to what I was saying. Now this house is a work in progress and a definite working area. Let's go with that. Construction site. That's the thing I was going for. But as my wife pointed out, it is still a place that right now we have to live in. And I did a mistake in the sense that I should have had a door ready so that the dust does not go towards our living area where the kids are and my wife and I have our bed. So, no harm, no foul so far because I didn't do all the dust that I was going to do with the entire room. It's just one tiny little digging, but it's clearly that I cannot continue, or it's clear to me that I cannot continue until I find a way to cover this whole thing. And for that, I'm going to first make a door downstairs and just bring it up. I'm just going to use pieces of wood, the size, hold together by something else. It's basically just a simple trap door. Now that's what I'm gonna do. I will come back with the finished product. It's pretty easy, just use screws and drill them together. Okay, so it's been a few days since I paused the video. I haven't done much progress. I haven't done any progress. But that's because I haven't been feeling well and I got a small injury on my toe, but it prevented me from walking well, and I easily kept banging it on stuff, but I'm feeling better now and my toe is fine. So back to work. And yeah, I made the door. It's just a bunch of plywood stuck together, but it does the trick. And I also bought a few new tools. But mainly, it's this little guy. This little guy is gonna allow me to make round holes instead of just chopping my walls and having to fill it with a lot of material. This one is gonna go much smoother. Wow, it fits like a glove, like perfectly over here. This thing is going to be like right on the spot with everything that I need. See, it's right the same size, and I can't wait to test this out. And that's exactly what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna test this little guy out because I have to place the switch that's going to go up to the lights on the ceiling. Now, why is there a line coming from the switch for the attic? Because the switch can also be like a hub where power gets distributed. So that's what it's also going to be. Right. Now I just need to figure out if this little guy can do the trick. What do I do the other one? I won. Oh, definitely not because it's way too big. So no. But fortunately, I have just the thing that I need. Alright, wow. That made mincemeat out of it. Using again the proper tool for the proper job. Now let's see how easy it is to take that thing down now that it has been resolved. And of course, that's my hammer downstairs with my kids because they're doing something. Holy shit, what are the freaking chances of that? Oh my god, look at this. Oh. And look at this beauty. Ah, man, check this out. I know, it came up, but again, I'm a hobbyist and stuff. This looks like an already made, like, terrain piece of rubble. I mean, it just fits on the table, right? It just needs a coat of paint. I can't wait to make like a city of these because there are gonna be so many more with all the different shapes and sizes. That's gonna look so awesome. Like tiny houses or something like that. Fuck yeah, like you can put like a second crumbling wall that fell down or something, or just a standalone piece, and even this thing looks awesome. Ha! Dude, this is awesome! Since I'm at the dust making portion of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and do some more of the channels before moving on to actually wiring everything. this is not working for me because I'm wearing sandals. They're really comfortable, especially for my toe injury, but it's definitely not working because I'm getting a lot of dust on my feet and stuff. So I'm gonna go grab my work boots. Hopefully I'll be able to be fine in them. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Long pants and definitely work boots. This should be much smoother. I don't know if I fell victim to it moving or if I framed it bad from the beginning and started working up there and messed it up. But yeah, I dug a trench through solid concrete, which are the borders around. And yeah, that was really, really hard. I'm almost done with it. Decided to check what the camera was filming and it was totally off. Okay, one more channel completely dug. So there's that. Now I want to clean up a little bit around here. And then I can move on to placing another bunch of wires through that channel I just dug. Alright, I'll see you for the channel thingy. For the wire things. I have a confession to make. I'm not having fun anymore. Making these and these is tedious work. I'm in my holidays. I'm not really feeling it. And I feel like I'm not making any progress. I was hoping that I had these done by midday yesterday, and due to other circumstances I couldn't even get it done by yesterday evening. Today it's moving incredibly slowly. I keep running into unforeseen situations as to how many wires need to go in each and every socket and outlet and so on and so forth. I think the proper way to do it is to like place all the wires across all distances and then figure out how to connect them properly. But I just don't have the patience. I don't have the drive to do it. So I'm afraid that this I will consider a failed project on my end and just find somebody to handle the entire wiring of the house project. It's not something that I'm used to. I usually get really excited, and by the time I finish it, I'm still excited. But this was incredibly tedious. And since I'm doing it all alone and my father cannot help me anymore due to some family issues, I'm just really not feeling it anymore. I can't really do it on my own. So, yeah, I guess this is a dud. Alright, if you enjoyed seeing me fail on my house on certain tasks around, hit the subscribe button, the stuff, screw it. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next one, whatever I do.